What's up, YouTube? I'm Jesse, and today I'm going to be installing Total Chaos bed stiffeners in my 3rd gen 2019 Toyota Tacoma. This one here is the driver's side because this here is on the inside of the bed, not facing the outside of the bed. Here's the provided hardware. Before you get started, you're going to want to take note on a few things. 1, like I said, this being on the inside. 2, this 10mm bolt, this one, and this one, do them by hand because they can get stripped out. There's 2 here and 2 here. The bottom ones of each set hold in your taillight. When you take those 2 out, you can just pull your taillight. I'll show you how to do that, and your taillight pops right out. You'll need to pull out your taillight in order to put in 1, 2, 3 bolts. This one here is supplied, but there's washers down there that you're gonna need, and you need to keep them in the same order. There's like 3 or 4 of them. And this one here is a pretty big bolt that when you start, you want to start it by hand. It's pretty tough. I can show you. Yeah, it's pretty tight right now. Alright, so let me show you the other side, pushing the tail light. So when you do the top bolt, there's this plate here, which makes the top one kind of hard. It's easier if you hold the washer and bolt from the top, you'll see later, than from the bottom. It's a little bit harder from the bottom. There you'll see the bottom 2 bolts. Now I'll show you kind of the tools you're going to need to get started. Here, that's the 10mm. It also does that one on top. We have a 1/2 inch, which does 3 down here. And you have a 5/8, which does the one here on the bottom. To take this one out though, you need the T40, because that's what it looks like. Just take this big one out. It's a T55. You also need a 5/16 drill bit that will do metal to go through 1, 2, 3 holes. I have this little adapter so I can hook it up to my Milwaukee impacts. And I also have a short extension. Also, I have 2 1/2 inch wrenches. One's a ratcheting wrench. This one's very helpful in the back when you're trying to hold the nut and washer, so while you screw that in. That's about it. That's all you need. I've already loosened this one up, but if you haven't, this one could be pretty tough. Once you got it loose, I think it's alright to go ahead and hook it up to your little impact. Check that boy out. This one's much easier, but still be pretty careful when you're doing it because you don't want to strip the bolt out. You're not going to reuse the bolt, but you are going to reuse the washers, so just keep them in the same order. Be very careful with these. These could get stripped out really easily, so when you tighten them and loosen them, definitely do it by hand. These 2 here on the side, take out your tail light. You'll see why. You got to take out your tail light in just a second. Make sure you set these aside because you will be reusing them. Now that you got those 2 screws out, you should be able to just pull your taillight straight out. See the hole at the bottom of the two sets, two here, holding your tail light.
Heck yeah, man. Have a good day.
Now that I got this in place where it's gonna go, I'm gonna tighten these in by hand to start. Next is this bolt and washer with the 4 washers that came out with this underneath. Starting it by hand will prevent you from cross-threading or stripping your bolt. Now that you got both bolts tightened by hand, you can go ahead and use your ratchet. This one's the 5/8 and this one's a T55. Here you can see where I already drilled 2 holes and I put the bolt through with the nut and washer on the other side. I'm gonna drill the bottom hole now. Now I'll stick the bolt with 1 washer through and on the other side. So there's it installed on the driver's side. Looks pretty nice. The reason I went with this brand is 1, how strong this metal looks. 2, for these tie down points. 1, 2, 3, pretty nice tie down points. Another reason is you can see it goes all the way to the top. Other companies, bed stiffeners maybe stop about here. This one's cool because it hugs your car, hugs your bed, and protects it all the way to the top. You hear that click. Once that clicks, push this in. Definitely start everything by hand. Put the screw in there with your hand and spin it. Once you have it pretty good with your hand, grab the 10mm socket on your ratchet. You don't want to do these too tight at all. So that does it, guys. That's how you install the Total Chaos bed stiffeners in a 2019. I ordered these straight from Total Chaos online. Check them out at their website. I'll link that below. And that does it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to come along for the ride. And yeah, thank you.